Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Thank you for joining me. Been a lot of shaking going on since the 11th there at Yellowstone. No, it's not caused by the wind or anything like that, no. A lot of vibrations, a lot of micro earthquakes have been going on. USGS is reporting 9 earthquakes today. The largest in the Yellowstone area was a 1.1. Only 1.5 kilometers in depth. That is very shallow, not even a mile under sea level. All earthquakes are measured from sea level. 0.93 miles below sea level, very shallow. When you figure the magma chamber is probably about 3 to 4 miles underneath where everyone's walking. Now this 1.1 earthquake probably was larger, more than likely at least a magnitude 2. At Mary Lake it registered, and this is a manual reading done by the scientists, not automatic by the computer. They don't have automatic by the computer here. They have it as a magnitude 2.01. We also have at Purple Mountain 1.79. Little West Thumb, which is Yellowstone Lake, a 1.01. Norris Junction, a 1.17. And the Upper Falls there at the park as a 1.45. From USGS, here we have the location of the earthquake. Down over here is Little West Thumb. Upper Falls would be up in this location. Let me use Google Earth. Alright, here's the location of the 1.1. I'll pull it out. There's Mary Lake. That's pretty darn close to where this earthquake occurred. Mary Lake had it as a magnitude 2.01. You can see here why it was so much larger. And we'll pull it out a little bit more. I have so many notes on here, I don't know if you can see it. Up over here is Purple Mountain. There's the earthquake, there's Purple Mountain, Mary Lake. Now again, these are manual readings. Purple Mountain had it as a 1.79. Little West Thumb had it as a 1.01. So, okay, we got Purple Mountain, Mary Lake, location of the earthquake, Purple Mountain, and Little West Thumb is way down here. Okay, zooming back in, the 1.1 in this location, right there. Holmes Hill is up over here where we got Hebron Lake, Heben Lake, etc. That came in as a 1.8. What else we got here? Upper Falls as a 1.45. I don't know exactly where on the Upper Falls that this was recorded. We have the Upper Falls view, brink of the Lower Falls. Let me pull this in. And let's turn it. Right there. Again, Upper Falls 1.45, not the 1.1. And we'll come back out. Let me pull this around. And there's the 1.1. Upper Falls, Mary Lake, and the 1.1. Using IRIS Swarm, the program they have there, there is the 1.1. Yeah, I think it was much larger. There's the signature of the earthquake. It lasted, a couple seconds. We got a up and down screw wave here. And there was some other earthquakes that happened up there by Manhattan, Montana. And I've talked about that before. They don't really show up here on this monitor. At the beginning of today, Universal Time, 25 minutes after midnight, I suppose, there was a 1.4, 9.5 kilometers in depth, way up north there. Let me bring this in. We got the Washburn Range. Mura Plateau. And yeah, not far from the border there, near the Yellowstone River where it comes in. That earthquake doesn't really show, but you can see, like here, and how it got more intense. Just after midnight, see that? And we'll go to the spectrogram. You can see how the gases came up. It started shaking, and then, oh, right before 25 minutes and 10 seconds, yeah, the gases came up. Now, I don't know if I told you, but this is the borehole for Yellowstone Lake. It's a very deep well under the ground. I've showed you the drawings of this well, and this is what it was showing when I pulled the files. Let's see if we got, what else we got up here. We got a lot of little stuff. 11:36. That would have been yesterday, not being reported. There's the signature. We got another one there. 11:33. Not being reported. We'll just pull it across because there's a series of them here. You see all the gases that came up. Yeah, that one's probably the most significant one there. Yeah, a lot of, like I said, since the 11th, it started around the 11th, a lot of shaking going on. Here is the tilt meter for Yellowstone Lake. Remember, lots of dots means lots of shaking. Maybe around the 10th. This is on all monitors. Okay, the top is north, bottom is east. There's the 11th. This is for the last week. You can see it's a little bit thicker. Each dot would represent an earthquake that caused uplift. And then we got the last 30 days. We had more shaking around the 1st. I reported that. See how it's starting up again. Not as significant as on the 1st. Lately, since I went online here to look at the Yellowstone live webcam, yeah, they've been zooming around looking at different things. But there's a lot that was not reported. 1438, 1441, there's a little microquake. 1440, 1453, 1410. Yeah, let me close this and maybe you can see all the small earthquakes. Want to see here, there was a little bit thicker line there. Yeah, 2 lines of melt. Right now they're looking at the boardwalk. The camera's kind of shaking. Yeah, it's pretty windy there, I think. You can tell by the steam how it's being blown. It's not affecting the trees too bad. This is where that new thermal activity started last year. Right now, according to Alexa, it's about 9-mile-an-hour winds. She's calling it breezy. For yesterday, they are only reporting 1 earthquake, a minus 0.1, right there. 5.8 kilometers in depth. Right there, I brought it out so you could see where the location was at. So that would be about 3.6 miles. Not far from the road where they have a fault line that goes all the way up towards Mammoth Hot Springs, Mammoth Vault. Yeah, that's the area where the road actually melted. They had to raise it up, put gravel to dissipate the heat, and then lay the asphalt. A little bit farther north, when they were surveying 4 roads or a road, this is the area where they found that there was past volcanic eruptions that they did not even know about, and lava flows. Alright, here is the borehole for Norris Junction. Right there is that earthquake that they claim was a 1.1. Now you can see as it came in, and then, yeah, we got the screw wave. It lasted a little bit. We'll look at the spectrogram. See the heat that came up? And we got another one here at 8:56. Small little microquake. Yeah, you can see here at Norris Junction we got 2 lines of melt. Yeah. The lines of melt are melted rock, and not all rock melts at the same temperature. So we have pockets of melted rock. This small earthquake is not being reported. Right. Let me go back. I went off the line. There's an earthquake. We got more gases coming up. And then more heat and more gases coming up. Oh, look at the signature there. Yeah, screw wave, harmonic tremors, which is also volcanic tremors. Then we got another one here at 11:25, also not being reported. Little microquake, and yeah, lots of little tiny stuff going on. Let's look at the signature. See all the screw waves, the up and down movement, and this is what it was doing when I pulled the file. All right, so you see that one there. That one is the 0.4. Again, this is the Madison River area, Norris Junction area. So maybe they changed the magnitude of this earthquake. Here it shows 1.4. Down here, a 1.5. 9.5 kilometers in depth. Upper Falls has it as a 1.67. They have 2 monitors. Those are manual. Norris Junction, a 1.24. More manual readings. I don't know why they didn't put it all in together. Upper Falls 1.18, Northeast Entrance 1.14, Mary Lake 1.23. They decided on a 1.5. So this station details 1.18 for Upper Falls. This one here 1.67. They got 2 of them. Again, 1.5 is what they decided on. And there's this location, Washburn Range, northeast entrance. Here we have the tilt meter showing us uplift or if it's going down for the Norris Junction area. Top is north. See the dots? Bottom is east for the last 7 days. Yeah, each dot is an earthquake that created uplift. Remember, they're measuring deformation under the ground. There's only 5 volcanoes around the world that they're measuring what goes on under the ground. Last time, wasn't it showing more of a turn towards the east? Now it's kind of between north and east straight. I don't know. Then the last 30 days. So you may be looking at here where it says west and east. But the X and the Y is what it's doing under the ground. And they move this around. Now this would be the top of the ground, the majority of the disk. And then the X and the Y would be what it's doing on under the ground. Again, this comes from a borehole, so it's not picking up the wind. Not whatsoever. It's over 500 feet under the ground. It's got a cement cap at the top of the well, so the wind isn't blowing down inside that borehole. Borehole 950, they got this set different. But look at the deep wells that it's making as it goes up and down. Top is north, bottom is east, last 7 days. Yeah, I'm not sure where this borehole is at there at Norris Junction. Yeah, X is north, Y is east. And then the last 30 days. See, this well is showing a trend towards the east, and that's what it was doing in my last video. I'm going to jump over to the borehole for the Madison River area. Top is north. See all the dots? Bottom is east. This has got a trend going towards the east. At least what's going on under the ground. And then the last 30 days. See the increase? Look at that. Yeah, since the first. Still rising. And see, we got more dots, more shaking. Again, this borehole has showing a trend of the magma under the ground going towards the east. But even though general uplift is probably kind of northeast for the ground above. This way they can tell which direction the magma either through the tubes or the magma chamber. I've talked about how the magma chamber is actually spreading out horizontally. That's been doing that for quite a few years. I think because it's got a cap of rhyolite, it hasn't built up enough pressure to break through to become a lava flow, so it's moving out horizontally. Here we have the borehole for Grant. Now this is on the western side of Yellowstone Lake, which is over here. Now geologists will tell you that this was created by a small explosion, a small eruption that occurred about 150,000 years ago. Yeah, I hate to see what they think a large one would be. Well, it's a supervolcano, right? So, yeah. The deepest spot in Yellowstone Lake is about 390 feet deep. Looks like it's snowing there at Yellowstone. Yeah, they're currently looking at Old Faithful. The park is closed right now. If you ever watch the webcam and see one person walking around, their dog sitting there. Again, this is the spectrogram and earthquakes for the Norris Junction area. We got some more stuff here. 1425. That might have been caused by some shaking of the caldera. There was an earthquake down by Honduras, I believe it was. Then we got another small one here at 2:54. Now this would have been on the 12th. That would have been yesterday. Today is December 13th. And we'll bring this down. We got another small one there. 1826. That was the minus 0.1. Again, up by that road there. Going up towards Mammoth Hot Springs, Mammoth Vault. Yeah, I don't believe it was a minus. Like they're saying. We got some more activity right there. A little bit of shaking going on. And we got another little one there. 2350. Just before the universal time. The new day began. Now at 2200 there was a mind blast going on, but and we got another little one here, of course not being reported, 515. 1125. And I really don't, well, I got little tiny stuff going on there. Again, this is Madison River. Holmes Hill, I've talked about this. Yeah, a lot of shaking going on over there. This is near Heben Lake. And we'll just try and see what we got going here. It's pretty hard to see what's going on. Okay, there's an earthquake there. Let me pull this up. 425. And I'll pull it over. That would have been today. Not being reported. Yeah, it's really hard. See that? Actually, it was, yeah, 2 quakes. It's really hard to see them in here. Let me close this out so we can look. Try and find this stuff. Alright, 1.1. Remember, that was between the 2 resurgent domes. This monitor is up over here by Greeley Lake. It's Holmes Hill. The signature came in, probably 8:05 there. The other one they're reporting at 25:05. See how choppy that is? This is the one that occurred just after midnight universal time, the 1.1. Again, this is Holmes Hill. This is where the earthquake occurred. Remember, it was stronger there at Mary Lake. I think it was probably a magnitude 2. Yeah, brought up a lot of hot gases. And we got a little tiny sign of red. I wish I could make that bigger for you guys to see. I want to jump around here at some of the areas that look darker and thicker to see the red. This is hot gases coming up where it's lighter here. I just want to jump around. Yeah, see that? See that little thin line of red and the gases that were coming up? This is what it was showing when I pulled the files. Yeah, we got a little, I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to go there. See, it's like a flat line there, but then we got boink. And yeah, more hot gases. Looks like they just zoomed in on that new thermal area that occurred, yeah, right there along the boardwalk last year. They keep watching that a lot today. So that's all I have for you right now. Any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. I really mean that. Hope everyone has a very happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Yeah, please take care, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.